All right, time to put it all together. So this is the discussion post in the multi-part series. All right, so we've seen all the videos, we've taken in all the content. Um, so describe the process you went through. You can explain your general answers from the surveys back and forth. All right, so I started off as a believer in the FMS and a little bit interested in it because I have a good deal of experience with it. So I graduated in 2019 with my bachelor's in exercise science and immediately started working at Equinox because I had done my internship there. And they introduced me to the FMS during my internship. I had an awesome manager by the name of Eric Fredette at Equinox Seaport who explained to me that this is kind of a scaffolding system that you can create general goals and kind of progressions for clients based on what you see. He explained to me that it was, kind of based in developmental kinesiology, and there's a step-by-step process where if you fail something further down the line, that has to be the priority versus something higher up. So, for example, if you fail both like the overhead squat and you fail like the ASLR, you have to start with the ASLR because that is developmentally the first one that you would encounter. So, I had some good context with it. I think in my time using it, it was a good kind of entry point for clients. But again, it's only as good as the people using it. So now here I am after watching all the videos and reading all the surveys, and I think now I'm more interested to know about like more of the design of it, learn more about how these components were built to interact with each other, and more about kind of how you can, read the results more accurately and things like that. So the big question now, do you feel like my lecture matched how the researchers portrayed the FMS? I think this is a big problem with research, and I'm going to drop an Albert Einstein quote. If you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it'll spend its whole life thinking it's an idiot. This is the right tool for the wrong job. It's not supposed to be a predictor of athletic performance. Again, this is kind of a global movement quality context situation where we can kind of derive different conclusions from. I think they portrayed it accurately for what they were trying to predict for. I just don't think that they necessarily understood what the FMS was actually meant to do or how it was created or what they're actually looking for. I think this is kind of like where people say like BMI is a useless measurement. It's not. It's kind of a screen to provide general information that then you can scaffold on in terms of a long-term progression of a client or an individual. So again, this is one of those things where applying it out of context, it's very easy to, poke holes in it and say it doesn't, predict for XYZ, but if it was never supposed to, it's the right tool for the wrong job. So do they portray it accurately? Yeah, but they applied it poorly. I mean, if you, try and, screw in a screw with a hammer, you can only get so far doing that. Yeah, again, you portrayed it accurately, but I'm not really swayed. I think I still am a believer in it to complete the task that it's supposed to do. Again, I've had a lot of good experience with it. Now, I think what I would like to do more research on again is like kind of how it was designed and how these how the developmental kinesiology progression is supposed to function in the correct way that it's supposed to flow. But yeah, I think this has been my discussion post. I hope you guys have some interesting stuff to say. And I'll see you in the next one.